to set up a post or an article. We're in our WordPress admin section. You can see all the different categories that we have over here. And we're just going to simply go up under new and a new post. It's going to pull up the template and also our SEO values. So the first thing we want to do is come over to the right. And you can see right here, we have several different selections. We've altered this, and you're not going to use the default template. You're going to use the Elementor full width, and then you'll be able to see why we do that shortly. But so let's go back over. Now we've got to add a title. Now I've already created my article, so now I'm just putting everything in place for it to be posted. The name of my article is How Owner-Operators Can Thrive Amid Rising Operating Costs. Now, along with our template right here, we have this all-in-one SEO settings, and it's a pretty good program. And you can see right here, it's advising us about our title. Your title should be no more than 60 maximum characters, and here we're setting at 58. So that's a good situation. You can see over here how we're starting to rank. Another thing that it asks for you to do is to provide a meta description. So what I like to do is take a portion, sometimes even the first sentence or so, and use that of my article for my description. Okay, just like with the SEO value for the title, we have one for the meta description. I'm going to change this out. We only need 168 max characters, and we've got 163. So I'm going to have to shorten this somewhere. And I'm going to change this because our article is about owner operators. I'm going to put owner operators have faced a significant challenge in recent years. Okay, that works 158 out of 160. So we're doing well here. The next thing for an SEO value, we have what's called a focus keyword. And since we have owner operators in our meta structure and in our title, we're going to put it right here and add this. We only get a 69 value, so that's not really a good value. And it looks like what I need to do is probably add this so they match out. And that brings us back up. Sometimes people use a dash, sometimes they just use owner operators. But you can see right here, it took us to 88, 100, 100. We don't have our social media marked up yet. It's not showing our focus key phrase in the URL yet, but it will. But we come down, and so the next thing we do along with our post settings is we're always going to hide the title right here because we created that title. Now you don't necessarily have to hide that title if that's what you're using and you're not going to, when you actually create the post from the template, you can replace it. So we looks like we've got most everything. We're going to scroll down and you can see we have our categories right here. We're talking in this one about owner operators and their costs. So that doesn't, you can see I would probably put that in the category of probably truck driver jobs are actually probably better in the trucking industry. And we could also put trucking trends. That'll give us two categories right there. And then we go down, we have a featured image, and we have an S script. And the X script is what shows up. So again, we're going to take in the initial posting on the page, and you go to read more, but I'm going to take a portion of the article, and it's a carry, because when we post this in here, it will carry over into our article. And I've already created an image for this article. So we're going to place it in our Medium library right here. I'm going to upload this. If you create an image, you want it to be a WebP, because it's the most efficient for what we're doing right here. Now, this is the image I uploaded. We have an alternate text. We have a description. It's always good to include something in those areas. I'm going to use both my titles in these right here just to set this one. So we're going to set it, and that's pretty much everything that we need. And now we're scoring 100 on our SEO values, and we can either save it as a draft or we can post it. And we're going to, now along with these other headings right here, you don't need to be concerned with these, but these would be your social, your schema, the leak assistant if we need it, any redirects that come in, any SEO revisions, and then of course with our advanced, we want to make sure that we are able to, in our default settings, we have a no follow, but so we'll always make sure that we have a follow ready to post the thing that the bots can get through, and none of these are checked. So now we can publish the article. Once it's published, you can edit it with Eliminator. That was where the redirected default for the layout of the page was. So now we'll come to this, and we have to choose. We have a header and a footer that's already pre-built. So now we're going to choose the interior layout. These are templates that I've put together. For a regular single post article, you want to use this one right here, single post. You're going to insert it. That's a template that's already pre-made. You can see the photos already in there. It was as an article, just a sample article. We're going to change that by going to this, our media library, select. So we have that image in there. Now we're coming down to our text, and it's already in a templated format. I like to come down, take the title. See down at the bottom where settings are. I'll take this title, and I'll put that as my title right here. Take out the O one. And this is a little trick I like to do is I can hit preview at the bottom, and it'll bring up another page, and I can copy my established URL out of this, and then I can go in and have this as a direct link back to this article. And we will have some external links also within the article, but this adds value to our page. Now we come back to the point of actually putting the content of the article in, and I've already brought that into play. Might make a few changes, so I'm copying it. I'm going to go in, copy all this out, paste my new article in. And then we'll proofread it, and we'll go through it. Like right here, we did change this. If you remember, we put the owner dash operator as owner operators have. How about that? Sounds a little better. So we'll go through, and if we've got a few maybe places we might want to correct as we go through, we can take a look. I don't necessarily like to have the word conclusion, but I'll do that when I'm laying it out just so that I'll know how many sentences I put in or words. Usually in the finished article, I take it out. And that looks pretty good. Now, with this template, and the reason I use this template is because it also has interactive articles from some of the other categories. And the reason that's important is because if we have to provide additional content and new content. If someone hits on this one article and they see it in a link somewhere, then we want them to see what the full site has to offer without having to hit another link. They can scroll through, especially on a mobile device. So what we do, if you look right here, you're going to hit this, and you can see we only have one selection in one category right here, and it's a random. Now we can choose to do another one, like if we wanted to say, we were talking about trends. We added that in there. And usually whatever I use here, I do not use down with the additional news. The additional news is going to be amended, and where it says order by random, you want to put by date. And then you want to make sure you have all the other categories that are supposed to be in there, but you don't want the ones above it. So we had trucking trends. That's one of the articles showing up here. So we're going to take trucking trends out, and you'll see it disappeared, and we have some of the newer articles coming through. We can hit trucking companies, and we can hit trucking news. And now each time this page refreshes, or each time a new person goes to it, these articles will be updated. So we're looking pretty good. We've got all this together. We do need a exterior link. And we can do something as easy as, sometimes I might even just look up, like if I looked up owner operators and I wanted to see, which I'm doing on another page right here, like I went to owner operators and I found Wikipedia has a definition. So what we'll do is we'll come back into our content. We will add a link right here. Now we have usually I like to have at least one external link in the article. So looks like we're ready to publish. Come down here. We're going to update. And let's go to the website. And I always like to check it out. Make sure that here's our new article that's rotating through our home page. And if we go to, so we put this in trends, there it is. And then I'll hit it, and there's our article. And as you can see, here's our additional articles that have come up. And that's important because you can even see, if you want to look right here with our responsive, let's go to, as they scroll through, they've got additional articles. This is on a mobile. So the whole key is to try to bring them back to our page, back to the site. So that's a simple way to do it. You can review this video, try it several different times, and hopefully it'll build a good practice for you on how to set this thing up.